Okay, so here we are, season 8, episode 14, Into Your Arms. I am so excited because we have our very good friend Gig is joining. And okay, we shit all over the boys last week. This is not an anti-men group, but if you want to defend Jovi, you can go ahead, but we were unkind.
Look, it's kind of hard to defend the actions of many of these guys, especially after what transpired the other night.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, so I don't think the only person I would defend would be Zaid playing his video game, being like, look, okay, I know you lost your ring, but I got a serious game of Call of Duty going on right now. So back off, woman.
Yes, he's my favorite currently for sure. So yes, you're here to answer for all of the guys. So good luck to you tonight. But
wonderful.
So glad that you are here. Allison.
Yes.
You are looking exceptionally lovely.
Thank you.
You're on trend, I would say. Who knew?
I didn't until this episode, and then it became abundantly clear that pigtails over the age of, and I'm not 50, but pigtails over the age of 50 are now an in thing. So I just wanted to get in on the trend.
Yeah, I feel like I'm 32 years too old to wear pigtails, but you're pulling it off. You are pulling it off like this.
I think they probably look too good. Rebecca's were pretty haggard.
They were bad. Yeah,
she looked like she had been in the rain and it wasn't raining. I'm not sure what happened there.
She's not having a good one right now.
No, it's not going well. Okay, so we're gonna go in order of the couples. So we start with a favorite, Stephanie and Stephanie's wine and Harris. We'll put it that way. So Gig, if you want to give an opinion on her in general, just to kind of get caught up, what were your thoughts? How do you think she's doing?
Okay, so here are my thoughts on Stephanie. First of all, the woman has the most atrocious footwear that she wears to the beach. Okay, I don't know what's up with the chunky heels, but that's not proper beach attire. I'm sold that she probably passes out with a glass of wine on her on her table there, wakes up with cotton mouth and takes a sip. I think she's permanently inebriated. And I think the biggest thing I took from last episode that I find utterly fucking hilarious is that she calls up her spiritual advisor. Okay.
Maria. Yes.
Maria. Thank you.
Friend.
In bed with Harris. And Maria says, Harris, she's been really having a tough go at it for the past 2 years. Well, maybe that's because she's following the advice of a spiritual advisor, Maria. She's like, you know what? I can see it in his eyes. I think he's a wonderful person. Like,
there's nothing spiritual going on. She's like, there could be some drama because he has 3 kids. And it's like, yeah, that's probably going to be contentious when he goes to leave the country. I don't need to be a psychic to know these things. Allison?
Oh, there was so much. I had so many notes, like in the first 5 minutes of this episode.
Yes.
The fact that she called Harris to be comforted. Comforted, sure. Do we really believe that Harris slept on the couch? Because I call bullshit. I noticed that there was some Metamucil on the counter.
There was a lot of medicine. I was trying to see what all those bottles. There were a lot of bottles of many forms all over the place.
There were.
Yes.
Can you imagine working for this woman and some dude mom's calling your place of employment being like, Stephanie broke up with Ryan, and then I thought Ryan, and I was like, oh, like my actual reaction was like, ew, like why was this ever a thing? But anyway, yeah, can you imagine being that employee though, and having to receive these phone calls? So then that brought me to, this is high school drama. You are trying to be 15 years old, and it's not cute. It is not. There is nothing cute about it. The pigtails, the he said, she said, it's so weird. It is so weird. I don't understand what this is, but it has to be diagnosable because this is not normal behavior for a woman of her age.
Yeah.
What does she do for work again?
She owns a med spa.
So she does
And she drinks,
skin rejuvenating
Botox, laser.
injection type of that type of stuff.
Makes sense. Okay.
Yes.
The quote, "I want to be with your body, girl. I think I almost died. R.I.P. I am dead."
Is that what he said? I thought he said, "I want to be your bodyguard." Either way, it's terrible. Either one.
It's Harris and Kevin Costner.
Creepy. Like, who says that? I would be like, goodbye. Like,
yeah, and then he wanted to mow the lawn, which
that's what I was gonna say. Be like, I just want to move to America, be your man, and be your yard guy.
That's like a swell you. That's pretty much what he's doing, I think.
To the Michigan, right?
About as useful as tits on a bull, that guy. Jesus.
Yeah, and he was sweating so bad during that
so sweaty.
I mean, like, I was like, what is happening? So last week we all said we wanted more Stephanie and Harris, and I found myself regretting wanting more Stephanie and Harris.
We got it. They were in their matching bathrobes in all their glory. So
this is why I watch the show, though. It's this level of cringe that is the whole reason why I'm invested in this type of trashy television.
Yes, and I could tell. I said I need to get Gig on because I can tell he watches from your comments. So I said we need this because
Kel and I watch religiously. We really do.
See, I'm jealous. I don't have anyone to watch with, so this is my chance to like unleash on all the terrible things that I've seen. So I'm kind of jealous. We'll have to get like a group chat going while it's live.
I know, right?
So Harris drops the actually he took a page out of Ziad's book and said, "I love you so much." So much. You always got to put that on there. So
I mean,
now Stephanie, like you said, it's very high school. She's like, "Oh, he said I love you already." Oh my god.
I can't believe like she was able to move.
This guy doesn't have.
Go ahead.
He doesn't even have a visa, so his name isn't on a visa. So this is going to end abruptly, I would think.
There was one point this week where I thought that Ryan came back when they went to go and have their romantic date that he planned for her, but she paid for.
Surprise me.
Let's be real.
Because I told you to.
Me, here's my credit card. Not if there's anything wrong with that, but I'm just saying. So I thought that Ryan was going to show up in that hut. I thought it was going to be him. And there was like a moment where I was like, Lauren was right. He's back.
I would enjoy that. I would like that, but hasn't happened yet.
So I looked up her favorite wine. We were talking about this briefly before we came on. It is Sip. And Sip has many different varietals of alcoholic beverage. And this one in particular, I actually like the shape of the bottle. It was Moscato. Now, I don't know for any wine drinkers out there, but Moscato is quite a sweet wine. I cannot imagine, like, she was like, pour that stuff in here. The whole wine glass was completely full. Now, Moscato is nice if you're in a tropical climate. It's it's refreshing, I suppose. But as far as wines go, like, to pour that thing to the top, I mean, they both poured till the bottle was gone.
It was like a liter in each cup.
It was just, I'm like, how can you drink that much Moscato?
It's like, go ahead and order another one. Half of those pills were probably for adult onset diabetes because it's so sugary.
Because of the
I was
sugar.
like, ew, it's like, I could not, I mean, she is living her best life.
For now. So, Gig, did you have anything to add on them?
No, I mean, I don't, I mean, that's pretty much it. I was just like, I just sat there and laughed during the whole spiritual advisor point. Like, like here's the spiritual advisor that's her really close friend. And like, I can like imagine like, okay, great. I'll talk to you soon. And it's like, boom. Okay. Venmo me my $150. You know,
like, for $100, I'll say he seems like a good guy. This is pretty much what is happening here. There's nothing psychic going on. Nothing.
I need to see your eyes, Lauren.
I said to Kelly too, I was like, oh, look, the ladies, like his mom is calling her work. I was like, this is like the great doxing of 2021 in the Minifan world.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh God.
Oh, so yeah, they just continue to amuse me at everything that comes out of their mouths. So I'm anxious to see what happens next week. So we're gonna get dark here. We're going on to Mike and Natalie. So they were like, we knew it was going to go bad because they show her having a meltdown, but they were really laying it on how good it was going. And I had anxiety watching this because I'm like, all right, when's it going to go bad? When is he going to leave her? And I couldn't enjoy their lovely barbecue or any of it because I knew what was going to happen. Allison?
They waited till the tail end. I mean,
Jesus.
geez. And they've been teasing us with this the entire season. This is what,
Yes.
episode 14? I mean, like I said last week, Natalie has decided that whatever she's got to do, she's going to do to get that ring back and get that man married. And looks like she's okay with fireworks and Uncle Bo and Tamara, the neighbor, and her bags and the pond and
the matching mullets.
She is just living her best life. I did think that Mike seemed like he was under the influence of something in some of those videos. He was way too happy. Like, it was very
He was
weird.
very happy. Very
He's a
relaxed.
big stoner. He's a big stoner. For sure.
Speaking.
Allison froze, but I know where she's going.
Stones. Did I lose you guys?
No, we got you.
Little stones. Like, what were they even eating? Anyway,
they looked like crab cakes on a grill. Was that what that was?
So we were trying to figure. I was like, "Are those croquettes?" And then it was like, maybe they're beef Wellingtons. But I've never seen anyone do a beef Wellington. Kelly's like, "It looks like a cow pie." And I was like, I don't know what it was, but I've never seen anyone cook anything like that on a grill. And that's all they had too. No vegetables.
That was all they had. Yeah. Very small amount of food, it seemed, for his usual. But she had a glass of green slime. I was staring at that like, that looks radioactive, like something from like the Ninja Turtles sewer. This cup of green, I don't know what it was, but I was looking at it. So yeah, they eat strange, I guess that was
some wheatgrass or something.
Sorry,
yeah.
I totally lost you guys. What did we determine that poop on the grill was?
We don't know. The croquettes, beef Wellington,
crab cakes. Yeah.
Crab cakes.
So gross.
It had something dark in the middle of it, though. I don't know.
Oh. Yeah. Looks very appetizing.
Kelly thinks that this was Mike's plan all along. She thinks, and I'm kind of with her on this. I'll tell you, because she brought up an interest. She goes, he wouldn't go dress shopping with her. He wouldn't do any of these things, right? And I turned on Mike about the time where they went fishing and he was a fucking dick. Ugh. Like, he wouldn't even have the patience to be like, okay, this is what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you don't do this, but he's like, give me that.
The eye rolls,
such a shit.
Yeah, dismissive asshole.
He knew he was going to do this, and he hit it that night. They ate their weird croquettes, and he was lining up to get one last poke in.
They went right to the bedroom. Yep.
Before he shipped her right off. It was like such a dirty dog move. And my philosophy is like, so if he had told her a month prior, look, it's not going to work out, then she could have either gone home or gone somewhere else in the United States and done that. Or she would have had nowhere else to go and would have stayed there and been absolutely miserable for a month until she left or something. So I don't think it just happened on a whim, him being like, oh, and then the whole, let's have one last hug. Really, Mike? One last hug?
When she's in the car. I mean, you could really see how alone she was. She has nobody. No, like Tamara, the neighbor, had to clear out the back seat of her car to bring her to the airport. And I felt
what do you think she had to clean out? I think it was like surplus bags of kitty litter or something.
Burger King wrappers.
Soda cans.
But these girls, between her and Amira, it's like the Amazing Race for them to try to get to where they're going. Like she's just like, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to head to Europe and see. Like, I would be having a full-on panic attack. I can't. I mean, she obviously was, but Mike just,
What's homeboy from last season that's all into the Polish chick or the Ukrainian chick, the old man?
The one that collected unicycles?
I don't know. Does he collect
That guy?
He's spent like tens of thousands of dollars.
We're thinking of the same guy. I'm forgetting his name, but it's the unicycle guy.
David?
That's David. That's who Natalie needs to go find. David. He likes his Ukrainian women. He likes his and
yes, he does.
Those two would be a match right there. But Mike, what an asshole, man! What an asshole.
Yeah, he was just, and he wouldn't even do it on camera. It was the other thing. Like, I think he still wants to go with she's the crazy one, and I'm like the hero for having put up with her for as long as I did, but no, it didn't work. We started seeing through it a couple of episodes ago, so.
I think remember, her big hang up was that she called him and he had his best friend in the background saying I'm going to go take a shower now. So she called him out for that. She said, you were stoned in bed with your half naked girlfriend. And she's like, yeah, he's like, we're just friends. We're just friends. I don't buy it. I don't know.
And
Something
we've
else
never
is going
seen
on
her.
No.
If you guys are such good friends, why doesn't she ever come around? Oh, because she got married and her husband is probably like, you know what? I don't need you to hang around with,
Yeah, Stoner Mike.
The Stoner Mike.
What's the over-under that it's Tamra?
It could be.
Maybe. I mean, seems like a pretty small circle. And I just felt so bad for her. We've seen them go to some very nice areas, in Squim or around there, and they were going to get married next to that mud puddle. Did you see her face? She's like, we're going to get married near the pond.
Seriously, and every backdrop looks like a Twilight movie.
Yeah,
where he lives.
Go there.
Yeah, I know.
I would have thought that.
I'm cool with Uncle Bo, man. I'm a fan of Uncle Bo. So.
Uncle Bo,
one of a kind for sure.
Yes.
So,
absolutely.
I mean, can't imagine there's much left of them, but does anyone have anything to add before we move on?
There was a couple of things at the beginning, like I had said, she looked like she had sort of given in to all the things that she had been complaining about for so long. The fireworks by the pond, although she did jump back a little bit at some of them. I thought it was interesting when she was on the phone with her friend, and then later saying she hates this life. She lives in the woods. She's not used to it, but she was going to marry Mike. And I'm just sort of like, if you hate this life, why are you trying to stay here and marry this person if you don't like it so much? It just didn't make much sense to me. I also did not recognize Natalie in those wedding pictures that she showed from her first wedding. I was like, where is she?
Right.
And then I realized, that's her wedding. I couldn't believe that it was her. I don't know.
She needs a hair straightener. She needs a hair straightener.
She did something with lips too.
Leave that alone.
Lips or cheeks or something. I mean, because she was pretty friggin' hot.
Yeah, she was really pretty. I was like, who is that?
And are the lip injections part of the reason her voice sounds like that, or is it all accent?
I think that's all accent.
Yeah. It is, because it's almost like her mouth doesn't move when she talks.
I thought she had braces at one point, or retainer.
I don't know.
I've never noticed that before. I don't know anybody who has lip injections. I'm trying to think. The Kardashians don't talk weird, do they?
No.
I mean, I think they have some inflections, but the mouth is moving. So
I didn't realize there are pictures. There's pictures out there of Natalie and Mike, and Mike's gotta be 70 pounds lighter. It's weird, that weird glamour shot picture where they're both wearing white t-shirts and jeans. Have you seen those?
Oh yeah. It was on the table or something when she was packing or talking to somebody. I totally saw it. I was
they focused on it. Yeah.
I mean, so this picture's from a while ago. It seems I mean, judging by the fashion, I'd almost judge it was from 1993, wow. But I'm not positive.
It's not popping in swim.
Deep blue denim.
That's true.
It is different in other places.
My guess
they still got the mullets going, so.
Yes. Yep. My only other burning question was I was really wondering what Tamara was going to wear to the wedding and if she was going to wear those bangs at the wedding.
Yes, the
and
bangs.
We never got to find out.
I'm going to go with she would have had the bangs, maybe even high, like you go a little higher for the fancy event,
looking forward to it.
Like your 1.5 curling iron instead of 1 inch.
Right, or perm, right. Like straight perm, like, getting heavy
going all in.
Stinky perm hair.
I know you guys, stinky perm hair. I know you guys don't like Mike, and I don't like him either. And I don't really like Natalie either. But I do think it's better to not marry somebody if you don't want to marry them. He could have told her maybe like 10 episodes ago that was the case, but probably not a great idea.
He wants to be on TV.
To marry somebody you don't want to be with.
He's the most boring person ever want to be on television. Then I don't condone any. I just can't condone anything the guy just did. I was on Team Mike too. Like when he was over in Kiev or wherever they were, she was the crazy one. He was the normal one a year ago. Like he was just like, she doesn't love me. Say that you love me right now. And she couldn't say it. So he's like, what the fuck do I do? Right. And now it's total role reversal.
It'll be very interesting to see what happens.
Yep. Flipped the switch. And well, I mean, that has to be it, but I will see. I think there's 3 episodes left of this season.
Yeah.
Seems like very drawn out, but yeah.
Oh, they were obviously in a COVID slump and they're like, well, we can't really start with new cast members and we're just going to have to make a full season out of this because good gracious. We didn't even have Brandon and Julia this episode. And I'm guessing it's because they just don't have a lot going on.
No.
But we'll see. Okay. Another big one. Jovi and Yara. So
Jovi
these
is
two.
In trouble.
God. Of the guys that I dislike him the least because I just think he's just a guy. He's just a guy. This is just how they are.
Yeah, he's a dummy. Yeah, he's just a dummy.
He likes to drink. He likes to hang out with his friends.
Yeah, totally. He's just a dummy. But it's like I don't like you get to a certain point, and I don't even think okay, she's pregnant. You gotta fucking now everything's changed, buddy.
Yes.
And if there's ever been a situation like, look, I'm pro-choice, women can do whatever they want to with their bodies. Be like, okay, you guys, if I was like someone's parents, be like, you guys really need to think about, is this what you want right now? Because I don't think either one of you want it right now.
Yes.
And I just think this relationship is 100% doomed to fail. It is not. He's not going to just stop drinking. Like I said to Cal, it's like, yeah, I'll be home at 11. I was like, what? I go, what time do you think he's going to be home? Yeah. She's like 1:30. I'm like, okay, 3:00. We'll see which one it was. I think she nailed it. Yeah, she nailed it, which was a hell of a lot better than I thought he was going to do. But yeah, and that was weird. Like she fell down too and went to the hospital, and it's never good. I know when a pregnant woman falls down, but it's like, they're just, oh God, they're so awkward. And she's like, don't touch me. And she's going to leave. I think she's going to actually leave him.
Well, this is the thing. You can't every single time you have an argument and they argue 50 times a day. You can't be like, oh, well, I'm just going to go back to Ukraine. Like you have to stop playing that card if you don't mean it. I was crying laughing when he goes to get into bed. He goes over her. She's pregnant and asleep, and he jumps over her. He still has his jeans on that are probably covered in stripper glitter, and just dives on top of her. Now, if I were her, I think a little knee up into the genitals at that time would have been acceptable, because 1:30 in the morning, and they had to get up at 4?
Something like that, yeah.
Allison, were you losing your mind during this middle of the night scene?
Yeah, he is just not intelligent at all. Just go and sleep on the couch and just say, hey, I came home and didn't bother you. What are you doing? And then, he is just, I can't with him. I would have lost my mind. Get that. First of all, don't wear your clothes in bed that you have had out amongst
I agree.
New Orleans
fluids.
Right. I mean, that's just disgusting. And he makes me so angry. so angry.
I've never been to like a bunch of strip clubs in my life. I've been to quite a few, but it's not like I'm not a regular. But who does that? Who's like,
he's
look,
so proud of himself.
I'm making it rain. I was like, ugh, Jovi, and your stupid fucking annoying friend, like, show him a good time. I'm like, ugh, just shut up. Sends him upstairs. Some chick with a flat ass, and I was like, dude, don't. You're about to get married. Fucking, what are you doing? God.
Yeah.
It's not a good look. Not cute at all.
No, and the whole like, well, what she doesn't ask, I'm not going to tell her he's so proud of himself is the problem. Like, yeah, who cares? But to be like the proudest guy of like, well, I used to come here 6 times a week and throw all my money around. It's like, who is impressed with that? Nobody.
I mean, listen, I don't care. Like, go to as many strip clubs as you want to go to. Don't tell me about it. Don't put it on TV. And don't act like it's the coolest thing in the world, because it's not. Like, you're a fool. You're throwing money at people. Like,
you're not going home with any of them.
No, but he's the one who's like, well, they really like me. They're nice to me because they like me. No, they're nice to you because you're giving them money. So
that's the game.
Now, okay, Yara, she you can tell when she's aggravated with him. Is he just pretending not to notice, or is he that dumb?
No, I don't know. Like, I don't think he knows how to deal with her, and she's so mad at him all the time that it's just sort of like, what do you do after a certain period of time? Like, how mad can you always be at each other? Because after a while it loses like some of its, I don't know, impact. Like, it's like if you yell at your kids all the time about absolutely everything, then they just like ignore you and walk away. They're like, oh, I'm getting yelled at again. Like,
that's totally what he's going to be doing. Yeah.
It's the same thing. And he's just, I don't know. I think that they're the couple that, that like just love to fight and always kind of have some sort of drama going on for whatever the reason might be. I've met people like this in my life, and I'm like, why am I not fighting? Like, it's contagious, and it's like, maybe that's their thing. Who knows? But
But
I mean,
I've heard
it, so I can't imagine
that
how tired
they are going to be on Happily Ever After, I believe.
Oh, really?
I heard that. So, with a baby is going to be something that I need to see. Gig, did you have any other thoughts, or did Kelly? Yeah, her thoughts are welcome too. Next time I'd like to get her on.
Yeah, I know, right? So I think it's like they're just at this point where they're perpetually pissed off with each other. They just wake up, she's irritated with him. And that might be she's got some hormones going on, I'm sure. But I feel bad for his moms. That's who I feel, because I was saying like, well, why isn't mom and dad just going to Vegas with them? And it was initially because her parents weren't going to be able to go, right? And that's why they didn't want to have any parents. But if I heard correctly this last episode, she goes, I told Jovi his mom and dad could go. And instead, Jovi decides to bring fucking Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Well, the other guy's all right. He's like, look, I'm married with a kid. I'm not going to the fucking strip joint. I'm out. And I was like, that guy's pretty bright. How the fuck are you friends with this other idiot? He's like, come on, man. Like, this guy's like this big baller. So, yeah, I mean, she just wants so bad, like the mother just wants so bad to have like it's interesting to see the dynamic of some of the mothers on this show and how they interact with the brides to be, so to speak. So I just kind of feel bad, and they threw that little party, and don't grab her ass when you're dancing with her. She's like, Jovi, get your hand off my ass. Like, we're at a party, we're doing our dance, your parents are watching us. And he's just like, all drunk and just dumb.
Can't help himself. Yeah.
Jesus.
He's just dumb. He's just dumb.
Drunk and dumb.
Oh my gosh. But they are fun to watch.
My only other thing is, don't call your friend Kaz that you just saw 2 hours ago in the car on the way to the airport. And
talking about when the bar is going to open. This is your wedding. It's your wedding, not
It's
when does the
4:30.
bar open.
Let's go get a Bloody Mary at the airport. I'm like,
I would
what
have no
are we
patience
doing?
for
Like,
that. None.
if you're gonna call him, don't put him on speakerphone. You friggin' moron. She's already mad at you. This is not going to help.
The only thing better. How's
easily...
that lap dance, bro? How's that lap dance?
He's gonna handy upstairs. Yeah.
Yeah, busted.
That was yeah. Gosh, that was. I was waiting for it too. You're right, to put him on speakerphone.
He even has a douchey name, Kaz.
Yeah. Hate Kaz. Oh man. All right, so we'll go on to Rebecca and Ziad. So there's nothing going on with them, and I want to know why. They have furniture in their house, and we didn't get an entire episode of them moving furniture, because that would have been better than the Ramadan talk again. I'm very frustrated. Furniture's there.
So excited. This storyline is as tired as Rebecca's pigtails.
Those things. Yeah.
She just terrible.
She just looks a little rough. I don't want to be mean, but I think she set herself up with her Photoshop pictures. So we all are used to her on the t-shirt and on the blankets with her glamour shots.
That was so fun.
And it's not quite. Have you ever owned a t-shirt with like a girl's face on it, Gig?
That's a solid negative, unless you're like counting
Janet
like
Jackson.
the members of Poison. You know, it's like they just looked like chicks back in the day.
There you go.
Yeah. So the furniture was interesting. They have that one cabinet that looks like they picked up off the side of the road. My question is about this whole situation is Ramadan happens every year. You've been together this is the third year, so you've already gone through 2 Ramadans. So you kind of know this whole thing. I did like her little quip, like, so you're a devout Muslim 1 month out of every year? I was like, hey, zinger, Rebecca. I like that. Bust his balls a little bit. He's a big dummy, too. He's just like...
He couldn't explain it. He's like, we no drink. We no share bed. That's all he had. That's it.
That's it.
Like, can he sleep on the couch? I don't know. I don't understand these things.
There's a lot more involved there. Probably praying.
Some form of prayer.
You know? So, and then like I said, the best thing ever is him playing his game of Call of Duty, and he's like, I don't give a shit if you lost your ring, Rebecca. I'm playing my game.
This is me and my 14-year-old son. That's what that scene was. I walk in and I say something and I get nothing, and I look and I say, can you take the headphones? This was exactly what it laid out piece by piece. So I'm like, wow, she's his mom right now, pretty much.
And where does she get, like, I always was under the impression that, I mean, that apartment, I'm granted, where they live, Ohio? I think they're in Ohio.
Georgia, I think.
Oh, are they in Georgia? Oh, yeah, they're in Georgia. So,
in Georgia.
That's like a nice apartment. It's a big apartment, right? And you would think that it's pretty expensive. And she works at like a barbecue joint.
She manages a chicken restaurant.
That's what it is? Okay.
Yes.
That's like, I don't understand how they're making the ends meet there.
There's got to be TV money.
Maybe.
I mean, they've been on
that already. Oh, well, they have it from past
3 seasons, I guess, is my guess.
Yeah,
but
I guess so.
The expenses of just the traveling and I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. That, like, I could not afford to fly someone in right now. And I agree. So she just seems a little lost. Allison?
She is completely overreacting. This is not a big deal at all. It is dumb, and her pigtails are terrible. Those are my key takeaways.
She's like, we have to plan a wedding in the next 8 days. No, you don't have to plan a wedding. You have to go get a marriage license and get it signed. That is different than planning a wedding.
The thing that I don't understand about this, and it's like so infuriating to watch, is that it's not like she's known this guy for a week. She's known him for 3 years. Correct. If you didn't know that you wanted to marry him by now, what are you doing? I don't understand. Like, what is the BFD? I don't think there is a big fucking deal.
No.
And I think they're just sort of dragging it out to have something to talk about.
Then she drives to the daughter's house so they can have a contrived conversation. I mean, I can tell you, I've never had a talk like that with my mother where I try to tell her I'm concerned with what she's doing. That is very strange to me. Oh, my dress doesn't fit anymore. Is this a sign that we shouldn't get married? It's a sign you should hit the gym. That's the sign.
Lay off the chicken, Rebecca.
Don't bring the food home from work. I mean,
all of Zaid's shirts are mediums too. You know,
his clothes are. It's not good.
Between
him and Mike are just battling it out for whose shirts or threads are doing the most overtime. It's not good.
Which one's gonna bust first?
Yes, I'm gonna say Mike's is worse just because I don't like him. So
Yeah, but
I'm being favorable.
She's like, I remember when he first showed up there in the apartment when they didn't have any furniture. And they walked by her bedroom, and it's just like a futon mattress on the floor, unmade. And it's like, dude, you got one comforter. Just like all you do is, and then it's nice and made. Your brand new future husband's showing up. It's like, make the bed, you slacker. Like, show, like, I don't know. She's just, I'm not a huge Rebecca fan. She's just gonna nag him to death, and he's just gonna play his Xbox, and oh God.
And she's insecure on top of it. So if you're gonna be insecure, you have to, in return, be kind and like. Usually, and I think I said this last week, you would think with how insecure she is, she would want to cater to him, but she doesn't. So she's both insecure and setting herself up to be unlikable, which is a tough combination. So she can't get out of her own way, basically.
It leads to divorces.
Well, this is going to be my 4th wedding, so I want it to be super special because it'll probably be my last. So let's hope so.
There's no way I'm wearing jeans to my 4th wedding.
Oh, God. So they are, please tell me we don't see them ever again after this season. I mean, I enjoy him, and I
love Ziad.
Watch him on a loop with his one-liners all the time. Great, but enough is enough. So we'll move on. Yeah. Andrew and Amira. Oh, guess what? Another guy that we all can't stand.
We don't care about Andrew.
Go ahead.
I gotta start this one off. So this is the one big thing. I was like, I've got a ton of fucking fun stuff planned out for you when you get here. We're going camping. Fucking wow.
The girl who loves makeup stores and tight dresses. I've never seen her in pants.
We're going camping, and then we're gonna go see my sister just had a baby. So come on, we're going to go see the baby, and then we're going to make a baby when we're camping. And I was like, this guy's got it all set up. Let's go camping. Like, and, I figured, we got an amazing, I got a whole bunch of shit. It's going to be fucking amazing. We're going camping. I'm like, oh, God, this guy is so sweaty all the time. And I feel bad for this girl. I was like, what the hell is going on in Serbia right now? It's a fucking war zone over there.
Did I not say that? Like,
you did.
Remember when I looked at it, I was like, there's travel advisories. Like, you're not supposed to go there if you're an American. So, like, I looked it up, and it was like, you could be assassinated in the street at any moment. Like, this is a common occurrence. And I'm just like, yeah, it doesn't sound too safe to me.
Now, if I were Amira, I would go to a grocery store and buy a week's worth of protein bars and never leave my room again. I would not go out at 10 o'clock at night and go, this is so scary. I don't want to walk around, and I haven't eaten all day. So let's be a little bit...
With your phone, taping yourself. Like...
Very strange. So
I want to minimize the amount of times I have to spend on that fucking elevator, too. That thing looks like it's going to fall apart.
No, yeah. I did like that she showed us that, though. That would be something I'd be like, hey, check out this weird elevator and record it, because I was like, oh, I did find that interesting, but yeah, I would want no part of it. So, I mean...
Is she going to end up here or not?
I don't think so. Allison? Do we know? I don't think we have a spoiler on this.
I
don't think they're together is all I can say, I believe.
I don't know what this whole, like, you spent 2 weeks in Serbia and didn't get on the effing plane is about. Like, at least, like, come over here and
at
see
this
what's going
point,
on
just do it. Right.
Like,
yeah. Go check out Sephora like you've always wanted to, you know, the mascara is.
Get into the country
Forever
and
21.
we'll figure it out from there, right? Like, go to stuff. Yeah, that's right. Like, live your dreams. And then if you need to go back to France, go back to France.
Yes.
I just, yeah, I'll be interested to see what happens. Like, and if it's like a miscommunication or like some cliffhanger or something like that. She was looking fire on those FaceTimes, first of all.
With the hair up. Okay, I like the hair up a lot better. She's too much hair.
Beautiful.
Way too much hair.
She really looked pretty. And I thought it was funny that Andrew was like contemplating the meaning of life and children and whatever, and this girl is literally trying to survive.
Yeah, read the room.
Yeah, like have the conversation when she gets there. Yes.
Yeah, she might be a little stressed out. Like,
yes, both of them. I don't know what the point of that was. Like, obviously they've talked about it before. Wait until she gets there and then be like, why are we planning babies while she's in Serbia?
War-torn.
Like, this isn't the time.
And people are rioting outside, and I'm like, what is happening? Yeah, it wasn't the time or the place. But for some reason, during these segments this week, I really now want her to get to the US. Like, I'm like invested, and I want to see what happens here. I want to see them together, and I wrote down, like, for some reason, I really want her to make it to the US now. And I don't think that's going to happen. And I hope I'm wrong, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I do not think he has taken a shower since he got back from Mexico or in Mexico. Like, that man.
Very greasy.
I want her just to show up because rumor has it he bought her a Fossil watch and, to go camping with. And that's pretty fancy.
Wait, what? Is this Jersey Shore? Angelina?
Yes.
I don't know
that's totally what that's from.
What was his name?
That's totally what it's from, Allison.
Oh my God. See?
Gosh, I don't watch enough bad TV. Gosh darn it.
Yeah.
But no, you were right though. The camping line was just you almost cock your head at the TV and go, wait a second, did he just tell Amira he's going to take her camping?
I think he's actually like genuinely probably one of the nicer guys on the show. Like, I at least like I like his demeanor, how he's kind of like patient about everything.
He's not mean, yeah.
He seems calculated when he speaks with her and stuff like that. But like you said, like all these guys have a degree of density right now. Right. They really do.
Like when she's in the Mexican detention center and he pans his camera out at the Mexican resort and goes,
this place is beautiful. Wish you were here. Yeah.
Sorry you're in a dungeon with
you've been
paper.
Pissing in a bucket for 3 days, but I, went on safari and it was excellent.
I'm dreaming of us on this beach.
I thought he was going to Serbia to get her. Like, I thought they were going to meet in Serbia and then fly back to the States.
Well, that's because he kept saying we. And it was, no, there's no we here. You're doing it all by yourself. So
maybe he was saying yes to her.
Yeah, we. So, those two. So we'll see. It's kind of a cliffhanger right now if she makes it. If she makes it to America, I demand them on Happily Ever After going camping because I go to bed really early and I don't usually stay up for the whole show. I would stay up for that. I would have coffee late at night to watch that. So
listen, I am not a camper. Like I camp in a Marriott. So if she is anything like me, I don't know how well that would go, but we'll see.
Yeah, Kel's like, I'm into glamping. And I was like, what's that? And she's like, well, it's when you have a toilet and a shower and a bed. And I was like, that's not camping at all. She's like, well, that's what I want to do. She's like, let's go somewhere this weekend. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I took my kids camping for the first time last summer. So now that I have all the stuff, I'm kind of like stuck, like we have to go now because I bought all this crap. So we'll be going again this summer. Oh boy. So I don't wear my skin tight dresses and heels and, Miss America makeup when I go camping. Spoiler alert, I wear shorts and, I look pretty horrible, but
don't
it's what it's
pack
for.
Stephanie's beach shoes either.
Right. Okay, so our last couple, Hazel and Tariq.
Oh, wait, we got 2 couples left.
Well, we didn't have Brandon and Julia weren't on, but because you're our special guest, if you want to talk Brandon and Julia, we can.
Oh, that wasn't the last show, the whole pregnancy test?
No, that was
Oh no.
Oh, that was 2 shows ago. Oh, okay. You guys already covered that.
If you have opinions, we are.
I'm sure you guys covered it. Like, there you go. She's like, oh, I got morning sickness. Well, it's probably car sickness that you have. First of all,
manure sickness
in a car, and his first thing is like, let's tell my parents. Like a fucking idiot. It's like, go get a
Poor Julia can't vomit without Brandon telling her mom and dad. Like,
do they go? Does the family do the hot tub naked with each other?
I hope so.
That's the first thing. Is like nobody goes in the hot tub with any clothes. It's like, have you guys spent time in the hot tub together? That is awkward.
Awkward conversation to have with your like I think of like when
it's therapeutic.
Sorry.
Yeah. So that was, I was just like, I'm sorry. I thought this was part of the last episode for some reason, but okay. There's just another guy on this show being fucking dense. He's just a fucking dummy. That one. He's a kid though. He's a kid, and he just kind of like looks like a deer in headlights. Just like, it's because he's getting laid by some European chick, and he's just like, he's just like in the clouds the whole fucking time. But
I saw a great meme. It was because Brandon and Zied are the same age, and it said one is still in the womb, and it showed a little Brandon in like a mom's womb, and then Zied is a grandpa. So same age, one in the womb, one is a grandpa, and it couldn't be more accurate. It's true though. I mean, that kid is
both of them playing Call of Duty.
And when he gets grinning about like his pull-out method, and he's so proud of himself.
It's cringy. Oh, it's so bad.
Not good. So hopefully they will be back next week, and I'm sure it will be more of the same. So look forward to that. Tariq and Hazel. Okay, my favorite cast member by far of this season is the friend Angela.
I was going to say that.
Love Angela. She should be meeting with all these couples and advising them, because she points her finger right at Tariq and she goes, "You better cut this out. Cut it out." So I was like, "Ooh, I like her." Hazel, she's got a good death stare. What do you think, Gig?
Yeah, first of all, I love the friend. I'm right there with you. I thought like she's a hot shit. And that's such a weird situation because so Tariq and this chick were friends prior to meeting Hazel, correct? This friend of his, right?
Angela, the friend, or the internet friend that she's mad about?
The internet friend that she's mad about.
Okay. She seems fine with Angela.
Yeah, she's cool with Angela. So this internet friend that he was been friends with, I think he's known her prior to Hazel and Minty and everyone else. So in my feeble male brain, I was like, well, he should still be able to remain friends with his old friend. He's known her for longer. Where, the friend, his new friend there, the chick that's pointing and stuff, she's like, no, it makes Hazel uncomfortable. And because it makes her uncomfortable, you need to knock that shit off. So it's kind of like a weird spot for me. I mean, unless like his interaction with this friend was not appropriate, I guess to say. Like, but I think Hazel is way more lesbian than bisexual in all reality. I think that she's way more into women than she is him. And it's just starting to come out. But I was glad to see her smile at the end of the episode because I feel like you never see her smile.
No. Ooh, she's worse than me when it comes to a resting bitch face. Allison, did you agree with Angela in that conversation, or do you think she was being harsh?
I mean, As if we didn't know before, this whole girlfriend thing is not going to work out. It is going to be a disaster. We can't even get the girlfriend.
These
We can't even
jealousy
talk to
issues.
friends.
Yes.
She is very jealous. Do I agree with Angela? Probably. If it makes your wife, I mean, like in all, you know, they're going to be married. If it makes her uncomfortable, then you should probably knock it off. I mean, it's not, it can't be more important than your wife.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just don't think this girlfriend thing is a great idea for the both of them. Maybe if Hazel wants to have a little something on the side and
It
Tariq's
should
okay
be
with
on
that.
the side if he is okay with it,
But
because
I don't know that they can share.
she does not want Tariq putting his hand or any other part of his body on another woman.
He's into Minty. He digs Minty for sure.
Does, but it doesn't matter. It could be
him.
anybody, right? Like she is not gonna like it. Period. Like it's just not gonna work out. There's absolutely, it's gonna be a complete disaster. And can we just like point out the fact that like Hazel just said no tie girls and he's wearing a whole ass shirt.
He is trolling her with that shirt. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Minty was from Thailand, right?
Yes,
Minty,
she was.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Just says Thailand all over it.
It was like the literal map on his body, and it was
like
Thailand.
Take me to Thailand. Like, this is where I want to go.
Maybe not the best choice.
No.
Like,
he had his hat on backwards at dinner. Gig, are you a hat off at dinner guy, or have you ever heard of this?
I am a hat off at dinner guy. Yeah, that's how I was raised. My mom, like me, Tony, whoever, any of my buddies come over. If anyone's wearing a hat, you sit down at your table. You got to take your hat off.
I just couldn't believe he had his hat on. That still surprises me. But okay, not to get into what happens on the next episode, but we all saw she's going to have a bachelorette party, and they get a female dancer. Her face when she locks eyes on this woman's acrobatic skills. Okay, there's no question here what she's into. Like, you cannot hide that face where you're just like, I like that. Period.
She really wants it out there too. Like telling her parents and stuff and bringing it. She wants it out there.
You're on TV.
Yeah, I mean, I guess she'd have to like let her know. I just wanted to make up one other point too. It looked like the chocolate for the chocolate covered strawberries. It looks like you could seal your fucking driveway with that chocolate.
It
was gross looking.
And those candles are making me really nervous. Like, really nervous. I was like,
near upholstery and all this. Like, yeah. I'll give him credit. You have to give credit when someone tries. They're in quarantine. There's not much to do. Get rid of the kid and get some flowers, and good job.
It was nice.
He rattled off a list of all the things that she's been doing. You could tell she really appreciated hearing that. He kind of steered away a little bit. He's like, well, I'm sorry that you don't like that I talked to my friend. No, you could leave that out of the apology. He was getting an A until he said that, and I was like, oh God, you just can't help yourself.
Better left unsaid. Like, you're trying to have a romantic
Less
moment.
is more.
Save it.
Yeah, just leave it out.
Yeah, but finally, people with a happy ending, it seems. So hopefully next is bachelor parties, and but this is where I go. I guess I don't understand the throuple thing, because I have a feeling Tariq will have no problem with this lady dancer and whatever happens at that bachelorette party. But is Hazel going to be as okay with him doing possibly the exact same thing at a bachelor party?
No.
I agree. And this is where it is just so strange. And I don't know.
I don't disagree that she would be angry about that, but I don't understand why. It's like it doesn't matter. Like,
it's just
go to your bachelor party.
I wish we could see his brother again. Remember his brother?
Yes.
Oh yes. Isn't he in the Philippines?
Yes.
With his girlfriend.
They had a falling out.
They're having a baby.
Oh really? I didn't know all that.
Wait, when did they have a falling out?
Well, they used to do pillow talk together. The
brothers had a falling out.
Yes, the brothers.
I thought you meant him and his girl.
Oh no.
Brothers,
no. I'm surprised he didn't try to get on the show, to be honest, because he's quite a
He will be on the
character.
show. I bet he'll be on like The Other Way or something.
Something, yeah, because he's got a big personality. That's for sure.
They were funny on Pillow Talk. They were one of my favorites on Pillow Talk.
Same. Yep. I missed that show. Is it on
Discovery Plus?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you have it? I think I might have to cave. I need to see Molly dating.
I'm holding out until like all of the episodes are there, and then I'll get it.
You can binge and then cancel.
Yeah.
Molly and Caesar. That's what we need. Caesar does nails. You got the nail, the guy that does nails, and the bra lady. Molly and Caesar.
Right. There you go.
Nails.
Hook them up.
That could come in handy.
Am I making this up, or did we meet him when he was like sitting on the couch with a bike helmet on?
Yes.
Or am I making that? Okay, he's the bike helmet one. Okay.
Yep.
See, sometimes I wish we were doing this.
Edible panties.
Yeah.
Listen,
he's another one that went to Mexico, right?
You say edible underwear, and I tell you, I don't like it. God.
He went to Mexico too, right?
He did.
She was supposed to fly and meet him there.
I believe so. And didn't he like chat up some random family in a pool? It was so weird.
Yeah.
Showing up pictures. She's coming.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it.
I swear she's real.
That family's like sitting around at a family reunion going, "Oh, listen to the asshole we met in Mexico, and he actually believed this."
And now they're like, "Hey, we were on 90 Day Fiance." Oh, really?
What a world! What a world! Well, okay. I think that's everything. Does anyone want to add anything extra or anything we didn't get to? Gosh, what an episode!
I don't know how much longer this all can be dragged out. But I am very much looking forward to seeing what happens with Natalie and Mike. And I hope that Amira comes to America.
Me too.
And then we have actual weddings to see, I hope. We should be able to see Jovi's wedding. We should see Julia's wedding. We should see Hazel and Tariq in that baby blue suit. Okay.
He needed to change his shirt, though. He needed like a purple or a white shirt. There was too much blue going on. Too much blue.
Of one color. Now, do you think she should be allowed to override that, or should he get to pick out the suit that he wants?
He shouldn't care.
He shouldn't care. Someone should tell him it looks bad, really, is what
that's what needs to happen. Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, I would want to have some input into the look of my wedding. However, I think that she's cool with it. Like, it's her favorite color. That's why he got the baby blue in the first place.
Yeah. So
that's why he met her in the airport with the baby blue. And you know, the sentiment is nice. The style is a little off. Like a little off.
Just glad he wasn't rocking a cummerbund. Old school.
Have we seen her try on any dress? We haven't seen anything. No, all we've seen is them shopping for a girlfriend. They've wasted all their time in this love triangle, and their wedding planning has been So
I've never seen her wear shoes either.
No,
I don't think she owns a pair of shoes.
She had slides on outside when he was like,
oh yeah, that's right.
Swing her around. I noticed that because I was like, well, this do not go, but it's probably because they're outside.
That part, like, I felt like that part was a big win, really. You know, there was like, she's like, okay, look, they're happy. They're the only happy ones. See you later.
Yeah, it's strange because in a lot of ways I would think of them as the most normal, but then they start having those bizarre, you know, searching for threesomes on the internet, which, hey, it's fine. I don't judge, but I'm like, okay. Yeah.
It's not going to make the relationship better.
It's just not. I wish they would just focus on them, but I don't see that happening. Well, Gig, will you join us again sometime? Because this is really fun.
Thanks for having me, ladies.
She's always welcome too, or, you know, have her provide her notes. So
I'll tell Cal, yeah. She'll get her on. She'll probably like it.
Well, we're good for now. So have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.